Looks like Buck didn't finish his shift. He must have run off. Get the wagons. Oh, don't pull back. This is a fucking roast.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
It's good to see you guys. Hi. I'm so glad to be here at this hour. They asked me to do this show. They were like, hey, we want to do a show making fun of Santa Fe in Santa Fe. I said, great, what time? They said 6:30 p.m. I said, my God, are you sure that's not too late?
It's almost bedtime. It's almost bedtime. It's almost bedtime.
This is a sleepy little town. This is a nap time, early dinner, warm cup of milk before 8 p.m. kind of town. You got New York is the Big Apple. Santa Fe is the big melatonin. We got 2 10-milligram tablets. It's the city that never sleeps, the city that never woke up. That's where we're at. And then you say that like there's nothing going on in town, and then, you know, there's always a white woman with dirty feet who jumps out of the arroyo and it's like, well, we like it that way. And that woman hasn't been fucked in 37 years. She's on the city council. She's a doula. Why is every woman in Santa Fe a doula? I don't know what that is. It's always their second. Like, I'm a real estate agent and I'm a doula. Just say you don't shave your pussy. It's faster. It's good to be here. I got here a little early and I wanted to do some shopping, right? So I went down to the plaza. What a nightmare. What are you guys doing about that? Everything's too expensive. I mean, nothing was on sale. I could have haggled with the natives, you know, but I wanted to get the real Santa Fe experience, so I went into the big white people stores, right? And I'm walking along, oh, too much? Shut the fuck up. I'm walking around the big white people stores, I can't afford anything, then I see this big building, it has a sign out front that says, everything must go, including the building. Get this. The organization that runs the building had so many child molesters working for it. So many child molester lawsuits that they ran out of money. So I bought the Cathedral of St. Francis. Got a good price. The keys were sticky. That's a good joke. That's probably the best joke you're going to hear at the festival. I do love this. I do love the culture of Santa Fe. That's what you call it, right? The culture. No, that's not what I said. What I mean by, I love the culture of Santa Fe, and what I mean by the culture is nobody here does any work, and I love that. I mean it. There's nobody here does. It's a town of retirees and landlords and women in their 30s who think they're wellness experts. Samantha, you got small titties and a TikTok account. You're not a nutritionist, all right? Just men with 3-legged cats. Just rich children studying Russian philosophy at St. John's College. Old men who are still mad about the obelisk getting torn down because they have no love in their lives. Doulas, of course. Nobody here does any work. There's like 8 waitresses all doing triple shifts. There's 3 other guys who like split time at all the souvenir shops. Nobody does any work. Gene Hackman lives here. He's retired. He doesn't do any work. John Eastman, you know who he is? He's Trump's lawyer. He's disbarred. He doesn't work anymore. George R.R. Martin, God bless him. He's not writing any books. All the cops are just speeding down to Cochiti Lake to fish on their shifts. Nobody does any work. Nobody here even knows how to work. The last time someone in Santa Fe had an honest-to-God day job, his name was Alec Baldwin, and he shot a cinematographer. Was it? I don't know. Her family said it was full-time.
Yeah, the Four Loko.
Oh, that was too much? You guys are interesting.
Four Loko.
I used to live here in Santa Fe. And when I lived here, I worked at the state capitol, which is called the Roundhouse. You guys know that? Because it's round, right? Creative minds at work here in Santa Fe. People are proud of the Roundhouse. I mean, you go there, they give tours, there's art. They're like, it's the only round state capitol. It's the only state capitol that's round. They say it like it's not like the other states couldn't figure it out. You know what I mean? They're not like, we were trying and we kept running into corners. I don't know. It's like, did you know Idaho is the only state capital with hordes of wasps in the hallways? Just because it's unique does not make it good. I worked in that building. There's a reason most buildings aren't round. It's a fucking nightmare to work in a building with no windows. Everybody's like, why is our education system so fucked up in New Mexico? It's because the people in charge are working in a building where they haven't seen the sun. In 100 years, they're smelling 100-century-old stale farts. And you want them to build a capital with corners, and every child in this state will be reading in 6 months. I promise you that. I promise you that. I lived here for a while, and I lived in every part of town. I lived like downtown. I lived on the south side off Rodeo Road. I lived on the east side, kind of in the foothills. I lived everywhere, and I never had a neighbor who wasn't a fucker. Some recognition laughter. Never had a single neighbor who wasn't a fucker here in Santa Fe. God damn. I mean, they all had their issue. Like, one was meth, one was Trump, one was Trump meth. He's on the city council too, District 4. Woo! There is a lot, I know this is a roast, but there is a lot to like about Santa Fe. You guys live here, it's got some of the cleanest air, some of the clearest skies, some of the most segregated neighborhoods. DJ like that. Canyon Road and Airport Road, Jesus Christ. That's a tale of two cities even Charles Dickens would be disgusted to read. Canyon Road and Airport Road. No, they're similar. They're very similar. There's only one difference between one of those streets has very great food and interesting culture, and the other one is Canyon Road. How about that? Canyon Road fucking sucks. That's for the tourists, right? We don't go there. That's for you go to Canyon Road and you get ripped off at one of those restaurants, the whole idea of Santa Fe starts crumbling down. You eat a fucking shitty $46 entree at the compound and you're like, fucking Georgia O'Keeffe is bullshit, man. This whole place sucks. Everybody says Santa Fe is a very liberal place, lots of liberal people. And it is, but it's more rich people than liberal people, you know what I mean? Like, they're liberal people, but they're rich people first. You got a lot of coexist bumper stickers, and a lot of no one is illegal yard signs. And you try to build an apartment complex within a square mile of their property line. Well, they turn very Trumpy very fast. Not in my backyard. Not in my beautiful backyard. Not here. Woo! Everybody here is liberal, but if Buck D tried to go for a jog down Alameda, they'd be calling the police faster than you could take down the Black Lives Matter yard sign. All right. I'm kidding. Buck D doesn't exercise. It's a roast.
Yeah.
People in Santa Fe do love to call the police. That is true. When I lived here, there was, I don't know if it still exists, but there was a advertising campaign. They had signs on buses and stuff. And it would say, if you see an animal in a hot car, call 911. Yeah, that is ridiculous. If you see that sign where you live, that means the rich white people where you live are so rich and so white that they don't know what problems are anymore. They're just making shit up. If you see an animal in a hot car, involve the law. If you see a streetlight out near the church, call the U.S. Marshals. If you see a poor family trying to move in, call Alec Baldwin. Jesus Christ. Woo. Not in my backyard. I do love Santa Fe. I hate it, but I love it, right? That's kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
I like living here, but I'm glad I don't live here anymore. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I had I have so many good memories here. I could tell you one of my favorite days ever in my life was I woke up and I took my girlfriend up to the Aspen Vista trail to fuck, right?
What else
Sir?
is there?
What are you talking about? No. Not to hike, to fuck. And have you ever hit it raw while gazing on the ski basin? That's New Mexico true right there. I was slicing through the moguls. Then we came back down into town and we went to the only store that regular Santa Fe people can afford to go to, Planned Parenthood. And they took care of the, poison ivy and the other thing. And this is the fun section over here. And then we went to Horseman's Haven. Got some of that green chili so hot it'll turn your asshole inside out. And then we went down to the plaza and we gazed at that big cardboard box they got there right in the middle, Just started staring at it. It's one of the best days of my life. I was just looking at it and, this monument to incompetence and indecision. It's just everything this town represents. And the sun is setting over the Sangre de Cristos, and my girlfriend turned to me and she said, "This has been an amazing day. I want to spend the rest of my life in Santa Fe." And I turned to her and said, I want to break up. Because I think you might be an idiot. Hey, I'm Tripp Stelnicki. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Keep it going for all the times. Christina and your host.